Hey guys, welcome back to another tool installment. I kind of wanted to do a video today of a well-known, at least if you have a Harbor Freight close by to where you live. Um, it's their Ratchets, their icon version of the Ratchets, as they are relatively new. They've probably been out now 3, 4, maybe even longer now years. Um, and they've gone through several iterations, especially for the flex heads. They had a problem early on with how the pawl moved inside of the head, and it actually caused a recall on all of theirs. And so I don't have one of theirs. I got theirs after the fact, after they made those replacements available. And I believe it was only on the 3/8 I recall, but feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I believe the half-inch was okay. But I did want to touch base on these ratchets because I obviously own several now, right? From your regular short handle, I don't have a stubby, but half-inch drive, fairly large, long handle, again with the 3/8, and then definitely have the long handles for both the 3/8 and for the half-inch as well. What's so nice or what's great about these? Why do I have so many of them? I've actually grown to like them so much because the tooth count is actually pretty dang good at 90 teeth. Right, it's actually pretty smooth. Back drag, especially for in its price range. I mean, most of these are gonna be they could start off as $30, mid $30 range, and go upwards of 40, $50, and some even $60. But there are coupons out there to obviously knock that price down when these icon items go on sale, and that's actually when I've been buying them because I haven't had a great need for these, but I do. I really like the heft of them. They have a good and decent heft, and the construction, especially of the head. I mean, you have yourself a nice compact kind of pear head design, and it's 90 teeth. The construction, the pawl, the selector switch. I mean, this came well oiled. Luckily, has a little crush washer in there too, which is nice. Helps to make sure that there's not or minimal head play. But the overall construction, I mean, they're made in Taiwan. Yeah, people. I mean, I've seen people put videos out there of because these aren't made by Harbor Freight, they contract them out. Other manufacturers have gotten a hold of them too, although I see a lot less of them now, and they offer them at much bigger discount prices. The downside of those other manufacturers, most of them were small or distributors. They were small distributors and small names, and I can only imagine that the warranty process would be just that much more difficult to have to work through. Whereas with my local Harbor Freight, and I have several here in town, it actually just makes it really easy to go in if I ever have a problem, which I haven't had a problem with any of these yet. But based off of past performance, I could go in there and they could give me a new Ratchet off the shelf, and they keep them stocked. They keep these actually well stocked at my local Harbor Freight. So all in all, I mean the function, the tooth count, 90's right in a good sweet spot. Right, still a single pawl design. The flex head's actually pretty good, nice. I mean, it's not super tight. It would be nice to have a detent version or a lockable version. Maybe in the future they'll do that. But you can tighten this up, and you can potentially shim it inside there too if it becomes an issue. Or, I mean, maybe test your luck, see if they'll warranty if it gets too floppy. But otherwise, I mean, the selector switch, nice positive feel. It does sit up a bit high. There is a bit of a gap underneath it. That could be better, but this takes a beating versus other ones out there. I haven't had mine break off, but I'd love to hear if you guys have had any issues with that breaking off. But again, if it breaks, take it back, get a brand new one. Yeah, overall feel the cases they come in these hard cases, right? You slip these on over the top of them. They have a good, nice little design showing you what all is in there. Right, talking about the precision machine gears made in Taiwan, which is great. Yeah, 180 flex, 90 tooth, which we all know, and it gives a 4-degree arc swing. And it obviously talks about the chrome. And again, lifetime guarantee. And there's the part number for this one. But all in all, really good. The case itself, let you guys take a peek at it here. It's just a I mean, they might have some sort of insulation or cardboard on the inside. I've seen that in the past with these. But the idea is, I think you just take this as is and place it inside your toolbox if you want. It does have a good positive retention and clips it in place. So that could work if you got that kind of space. But it's kind of a little bit on the bulky side for me, and I just prefer for my ratchets like this to throw them in there. It does come with a polishing, I'm going to call it wand or tissue. I have no need for that. Maybe you save that for your sunglasses or something. That'd be much better suited for that. But yeah, you won't catch me polishing my chrome with this stuff. Yeah, overall construction is great. It is also worth noting that this retention plate is, again, well, it's got a nice amount of oil on it, but it is relatively thick. So they've done a good job with that, and they've done a good job stamping on there too, to not immerse in fluids. Good luck. And 90 tooth. So they do a good job kind of spelling out what's going on with the ratchets. And if you ever need to see the part numbers, I think it's kind of a generic part number. I'm not going to flip this one over, but each one of them has it on the back here, R3F, which I don't think even correlates to anything on the packaging, because all these are going to have the part number down here. Oh, there you go. It's going to be up here, R2LF. It'll be the long reach, which is this one right here, R2LF. So it does match up with some of the part numbers, but not the internal Harbor Freight part number. But anyways, guys, these are the ratchets. I've been using them now. I've had them for several years, on and off been using them. And I don't have anything negative to say thus far. For the price point, they're still on the low side compared to professional grade stuff. And I think that with this Icon line, I think they've done a decent job hitting up, because this isn't, I wouldn't consider this a shade tree mechanic or do-it-yourself ratchet. I would actually consider this, at this point, a professional line ratchet. It does a good job. It does it great. If you have problems, take it back to your Harbor Freight and they'll replace it for you. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. Please give a thumbs up if you like the video, and please obviously comment and subscribe, because these videos are done for you guys, and I always love to hear you guys' input. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.